What is a bomb cyclone? According to BBC Weather, a bomb cyclone is, and I quote, explosive cyclogenesis. Actually, that wasn't helpful, was it? Explosive cyclogenesis is when the central pressure of a low pressure system falls by 24 millibars in 24 hours and can result in violent winds developing around the system. That's still not helpful, however. Let's do a little thought experiment. Low pressure is usually associated with turbulent weather because the lower pressure allows higher pressure systems to impose on it, often violently, like in the case of a tornado or a hurricane, which maintain their conical shapes due to cyclostrophic balance and cause water vapor in the air to condense into clouds. Are you still with me? Okay, now we know that tornadoes and hurricanes are violent storms that produce rain. Now imagine that the center of the storm drops in pressure, causing the system to become massively low pressure. Combine that with the already cool air in the region and it becomes a bomb of sorts that delivers an icy wind to wherever it hits. Now you're probably looking down and making sure you're on the Gaming and Chill channel and not something like NOAA or the Weather channel. Fear not, we probably got 98% of the science wrong, and we will do our best to loosely tie this to a video game or TV show. Enter Void from Mass Effect Andromeda. If you're familiar with the planet, good for you! And if you play on Xbox, go ahead and tweet our script editor as he's looking for more people to jump online with. Void in the game is a golden world. That basically means that it is perfect for human sustainability. However, in between the time they looked through their version of Hubble, which I believe they mentioned in the game was a modified mass relay, and when they arrived in the Helios system, something happened. The Scourge, which is a massive space cloud of substance called Element Zero. This is something that happened to Void. The Scourge apparently affected the planet's gravitational properties. These changes caused the temperature drop and caused an ice age. Okay, so we've linked the words ice in between these two thoughts. Now let's bring this puppy around and get back on topic. Okay, so gravitational anomalies don't normally impact how weather behaves. Except that it totally does. Gravitational changes impact the atmosphere, and how the flow of currents occur because of atmospheric changes. Due to the gravity changing on the planet, its atmosphere may have gotten thicker or attracted heavier particles, causing the sun to be blocked. This is supported in-game with a dense cloud cover over the planet. That's the biggest change in weather. But let's now go through how the currents change. We can observe how the currents change with the planet in our own world. As polar ice caps melt, the density, salinity, and temperature of the water change. This change impacts how the currents flow. When the currents change, so does the wind currents in the atmosphere, which we already know was blocking the sun. Now, observing in the game, we don't see water, so we can rule out the water cycle helping speed up this global crisis. No. If you stand around listening to some NPCs by one of the Angara bases, you can hear underneath the thick ice layers is an ocean of water. Okay, so we have this all tied up with a bow. So let's go back to the original topic. Bomb cyclones. If you listen to some people, you hear that this is because global warming, or as it's now called, climate change. Now, we aren't going to get political or whatever, because that's not the point when talking about climate change. Yes, the Earth is undergoing some changes that may or may not be for the better, and we may be able to stop it. And that's not our point here. bomb cyclones have caused snow in Tallahassee, Florida, which reports indicate that this is the first time that this has happened in my literal lifetime. 28 years. This is really cool because we get to talk about how this sudden cryogenesis isn't just video game world building tool lingo. That our world is actually a lot cooler, literally, than we think. This isn't the only interesting weather tidbit that is awesome. There are examples of rainforests being nourished by deserts. Ball lightning exists and isn't just a Final Fantasy spell. Zenith rain is not rain that throws a metal disc and does this great war cry. Our world is vast and impossibly cool, and maybe your appreciation for it will help you understand how fictional worlds work, and vice versa. This has been Derek with Byte-Size News, and if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and leave a like down below, and while you're down there, go ahead and subscribe, and then hit that bell so you stay up to date with your Byte-Size News.